Good evening. I want to call the Wednesday, December 9th, 2020 meeting of the Palm Springs Planning Commission to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Irvin?
Present.
Commissioner Hirschbein?
Present.
Commissioner Lewin? I'm sorry.
It's okay, here.
Commissioner Song?
Present.
Vice Chair Maruzzi?
Here.
Chair Wermuck?
Present.
6 members present. We have a quorum. Boom.
Thank you so much. Can we have a report on the posting of the agenda, please?
Yes, Madam Chair and Planning Commissioners, this agenda and the packet was posted on Thursday, December 3rd, and our meeting has been posted in accordance with state law.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to accept the agenda, or are there any changes people would like to request in the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Can I get
Lewin will second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 That passes unanimously. This is public comment period. This time has been set aside for members of the public to address the Planning Commission on consent calendar and other agenda items and items of general interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the Commission. Please note that the Planning Commission is prohibited from taking action on items not listed on the posted agenda. 3 minutes will be allowed for each speaker. Testimony for public hearings may be offered at this time or at the time of the hearing. Members of the public who would like to comment on consent calendar items are directed to comment under this portion. Are there any members of the public who would like to testify in public comment?
Madam Chair, we've had no requests to speak at this portion of the agenda. However, the applicant for item 1A is on the meeting, so if he wishes to speak, now would be the appropriate time.
Is that me, Scott?
Yes, that is.
Oh, sorry, I'm here. Basically, I'm just trying to add additional square footage and garage to a house in the Mesa that was originally a guest house and was divided off from the main property. And when we had the last meeting regarding variances, the comment was made that they thought the garage, if it could have a pitched roof with tile roofing instead of flat, would be more consistent with the neighborhood. So we resubmitted those plans to Glenn, and you should have them.
Thank you. Are there any other members of the public that wish to speak? If not, the public hearing is closed. We'll move on to the consent calendar. On that, there is item 1A, which is Scott Timberlake for a minor architectural application for a 503 square foot addition and a 240 square foot new detached garage on an existing house on a hillside lot. He's requesting a administrator minor modification for setback reductions located at 324 West Overlook Drive. May I have a motion on the consent calendar, please?
I'll move approval of the consent calendar.
Is there a second? Commissioner Song seconds. Can we have a roll call, please?
Boink. Commissioner Irvin? Oops. You hear me? Sorry, Charlie.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Huh? Oh, that's right.
I
I'm
hope you're not
sorry.
waiting for me again.
Okay, no, I'm sorry,
No.
Paul. Paul
We're
Lewin.
waiting for staff to call the roll.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Commissioner Lewin,
Yes.
Commissioner Song, Commissioner Song as the second.
Yes.
Then Commissioner Irvin,
Yes.
Commissioner Hirschbein,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Woodsey,
Yes.
and Chair Wermuck.
Yes. Good luck to you, Mr. Timberlake.
Thank you.
And that was unanimous. Moving to the public hearings. J5 Infrastructure Partners, AT&T Wireless, for a conditional use permit to construct a wireless communications facility consisting of a 60-foot monopole located at 333 West Radio Road. And we've received recent correspondence on this that the commission should have gotten an email. Could we get a staff report, please? Does anybody need time to read the correspondence? There being no one who needs that time, the staff report, please.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So the project, as you mentioned, is a 60-foot cell tower at 333 West Radio Road. And this is an aerial photograph showing where it's located. This is the industrial park area that is west of North Indian Canyon.
Can you hear him? I can't hear him.
Can you hear me?
No.
Sorry.
The volume is real low.
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
That's much better. Thank you.
Getting close. All right, thank you. So as I mentioned, this is a request to construct a 60-foot tall monopalm located at West Radio Road in the industrial area that is west of North Indian Canyon Drive and north of San Rafael. So there's a vacant lot that is located here in the red square between two existing industrial buildings, and the red star is the 630 square foot equipment area that will be house the cell tower and equipment. So just going through a few slides, this is the existing conditions. It is mentioned it's a vacant lot with tall buildings on both sides, and they are industrial nature. Currently, in your packet, there are several photo simulations. As we mentioned, the proposal is to construct it as a monopalm so that it's disguised, that it looks like a palm tree itself. We're also requesting that they plant 3 other palm trees that are at least 15 to 20 feet tall that will make a palm grove around the cell tower to disguise it a little bit more. The equipment area will be located at the rear of the property, adjacent to the existing buildings that are currently there. It consists of a 630 square foot enclosure with an 8-foot tall masonry wall that will provide security and also disguise the parcel or the tower itself. So as I mentioned, it is proposed to be 60 feet tall to the top of the array where the antennas will be, and the palm fronds will go a little bit taller than that. But as you can see, the Mexican fan palm fronds will be used. The tower will be wrapped in a faux sort of trunk look so that it will mimic a palm tree and a palm grove with the addition of the 3 trees. In your packet, there are propagation maps that show the existing cell towers, and in this slide that's before you currently, this is a map of the current AT&T towers, and the red dot that is where the location of the Radio Road proposal is. You'll see that there is hardly any coverage in this part of the north end of town. So when you add the cell tower, you'll see that the green expands along as the yellow, which is more area that would be serviced. So this includes the neighborhoods of Mountain Gate, Desert Highlands, and part of the Marilon development. And this propagation map just shows the tower itself, the coverage that you'll get when the tower is fully operational. To mention, in the neighborhood itself, there are 3 other cell towers that are in the area. There was an email that was sent to the Planning Commission that describes these. The applicant supplied us with a description of those towers, and I'm going to get to that. So there's one that's 60 feet tall along Radio Road. I'm going to point it out, which is this one. This one is a 60-foot tower that is not a monopalm, it is a monopole. And then there's a 47-foot monopalm and then a 60-foot monopole, and that is the 2 located here, which is behind the U-Haul dealer along Indian Canyon. So staff had originally asked the applicant, could they co-locate on these other towers? And you'll see their response is that they were not able to secure contracts or the heights based upon the height of the antennas and how their array would fit on another monopole. They were unable to co-locate on these towers themselves. So, Chair, this is a conditional use permit request, and there are required findings that you need to make. The staff believes that all findings can be met. There was notice sent to all property owners within 500 feet of the tower or the property, and also you have additional correspondence that was emailed to you today in support of the application. So that concludes my report, and the applicant is available.
With the permission of the commission, I'd like to take the applicant next, and then we can ask questions of staff and the applicant together. Commissioner Hirschbein?
I'd like to ask staff a couple questions now, if you don't mind.
Okay.
In exploring the possibility of co-locating antenna on the existing poles, was it a physical constraint or a financial constraint with the existing pole owners?
Hello, can you hear me?
Well, this is to staff.
Oh, to staff. My apologies.
And in the email that was submitted by the applicant, they state that the bottom of their antenna is around 50 feet, and they need separation from the bottom to the top of the antennas of a minimum of 6 to 10 feet, depending on their frequencies. That means that it would need to be around 42 feet tall if you were to locate on the 60-foot monopole, and that's too low for their propagation, for the antennas to talk to each other and propagate. That is their explanation as to why they could not co-locate.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have other questions? Commissioner Irvin?
I have a question for staff. Have you guys seen this many different location poles so close to a neighborhood before? And if so, where is it?
So there are cell towers that seem to congregate together, let's say. One example would be the 7-Eleven at the corner of Vista Chino and North Indian Canyon. There's 2 or 3 cell towers that are across from the former Riviera Hotel. The Planning Commission reviewed 2 other with cell towers behind the Vons at the Rimrock Shopping Center. So there are going to be 3 cell towers located in that area. So we see this happen when the zoning is correct and proper for these types of uses to take place. So we have seen that throughout the city, that the towers seem to come together in certain areas that the zoning permits.
So that close to a neighborhood?
Right. There are the Vons. There's a condominium complex across East Palm Canyon. So there are areas where cell towers are near neighborhoods and located within residential neighborhoods themselves. An example would be Demuth Park. There are multiple cell towers that are Demuth Park. There are cell towers that are on the lights at the stadium. They're on Baristo and Sunrise, and that's within that neighborhood itself.
Okay, and just so we're clear, having too many in one location has not posed any type of health damage or anything?
I'm not an expert at those types of questions, but I'm sure the applicant has been asked that question many times.
Hello.
Okay.
Are there other questions of staff? If not, let's open the public hearing. The applicant has 10 minutes.
Hi, my name is Victor Flores. I'm the applicant. I'm the AT&T agent with J5. We proposed this facility there because there was needed coverage, and something that was not added during the staff report is that AT&T has an exclusive contract with FirstNet. What FirstNet is an exclusive wireless network for first responders and for safety agencies. What it does basically is help the community and just help those agencies just to communicate faster and to provide better and faster decisions and services. And I'm open to any questions from the commission and the public.
Are there any members of the public that wish to speak?
Madam Chair, we've had no requests to speak on this item.
Therefore, I will open this. The applicant would have 3 minutes of rebuttal, but what I will do is open this to questions from the commission and keep the hearing open until the commission has asked all the questions they need to. Commissioner Irvin, did you have a question of the applicant?
Yes. So I asked the staff the question about health, and I was curious to know, with having multiple different towers in one location, did any research on that to cause any health damage?
What I can say about that is that AT&T complies with all the FCC regulations. There's